darkness that Mazimon's delight. Where are they today? But having said that, he said something to me. He said, if Chukwu Kikabiama is not merciful unto us as a people, we are gone. A people that almost half of the world conspired against, change our brain, turn us to something we are not, study us very well, they know who we are. He whispered something to me. I won't tell you. He said, if there are still any of our people who is still reasoning normal in a time like this, he said, know that God is with us. There were people predicting Igbo language will die in 10 years' time. Igbo language will destroy in 20 years' time. Igbo language will be forgotten in 100 years' time. We are still here. We are still here. Of course, when I mean Igbo, I mean Ijo. I mean all of you who know you are Igbo. Igbo Ijo, Igbo Akwa Ibom, Igbo Abo, Igbo Ikwere, Igbo Ogoni, Igbo Mbiama, Igbo Patani, Igbo Orobo, Igbo Shekiri. If you know that you are Igbo, Adia Mama. But it doesn't rain any longer. We sit down and we watch them. They tell you when we came, and they tell you when we will end. Were they there when the Creator kept us here? But you won't understand these things. They are knowledge too high for you to know. People were predicting when Igbo language will end. But we will assure you that before the end of this year, if you are not speaking your language, most especially you are Igbo, you are not making efforts to speak your language, we will begin to avoid you. You must speak your language. You must go back to your root or we will avoid you. So those of you who think going back to your root is just to come and carry beer and do nonsense, that is not what we mean. Everything our ancestors has done must be respected. We will hold them in high esteem. That as it were in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. And our leader having enlightened me, I was humble. That is why today, I am not better than anybody. I'm not striving to be better than anybody. I just want to be the best of who I am. Something happened this afternoon. A wonderful brother went on Facebook and was saying, if you IPOB, go and join, follow this number and come and join. I was in a hurry because our law for Biafra cannot be negotiated. We are not perfect. We make mistakes. We are weak like you. But we have decided not to negotiate with one thing. No idiot come around here and we tolerate it. Instead of it, we get out. We don't attempt idiot here. And I thought the brother was trying to run a franchise with IPOB openly. I followed that guy up. I followed him up. All of a sudden, I didn't see all the video again. But when I went to my invoice, I saw him introducing himself and narrating everything. I was humbled. I have longed to reach out to him. I couldn't. But I'm happy I was able to reach out to him this evening. I told him I'm truly sorry. We want men and women, Biafran men and women, who will stand up and defend this nation, this kingdom of light. And in as much as anybody is there, you are doing what you must do to save us from enemy, greedy people. I tell you, you are welcome. And once again, brother, understand, I am truly sorry. Because I missed you. Of course, you know who you are. But having said that, we will go on to still remind you that Mazimefo understand the reason why we must survive. He said, I will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. As simple as that. And today, Nigeria is paranoid ever. I'm reaching you from Yorogodo. Yorogodo is in Abo. Abo is in Delta State. And Delta State is Biafra land. When we have your time, you will know we have your time. But we understand that there are people who have asked us to go to farm. That they are with us. And we know we can't come back home tasty. Mazuche Umefo, having said that, is standing on a deputizing capacity on behalf of our supreme leader. I don't know what to call him. I don't know what to say. He is the destiny of Nigeria as well as the doom of Nigeria. And IPOB is the answer to our prayer. For almost 60 years, we were bamboozled. Now, let me digress. I love digressing. So you'll be able to appreciate where I'm coming from and where I'm going to. If you are Yoruba new generation, go back and check the evil of your father and make amends. If you are Hausa new generation, Fulani new generation, go back, check the evil of your father, including Biafra new generation. Check the evil of your fathers and depart from it. Africans, if your father had committed any atrocity in any way. Becoming a warrant chief for the terrorists. Go and repent, because this future will not contain all of us. I want to talk to you now as a Caucasian, as a European, as an Arabian, as a Chinese, Japan, Korea, whatever it is, Moabite or Amorite, AI or Amalekai, whatever you are, whether you change your name or not. The new generation should go back and look at the atrocity of your father and come and stand with me in any form and tell me you are a human being. If you support your father, I will know who you truly are. I want to tell you that your father did us evil. Today they are struggling to cover this atrocity, but they can make the pain go away. Let them destroy the prison they have built in Africa. Kingdom fall and kingdom rise. They will not survive it. And you don't join them. Because there are problems that are bigger than man. There are problems that make money insufficient. Go to China and ask them today. We may not want to analyze it, but we are not naive. So the time you are looking at a black child in your community and you think you are from Caucasian, you are born to rule, you are like Fulani herdsmen who is raping old women here in Nigeria. You are like the Boko Haram who is killing innocent children and bombing churches here in Nigeria. This is one bitter truth you will not accept, but you will accept it. You are European somewhere speaking BB grammar, show me civilization. And you justify the actions of your father, what they use terrorist Rugard, prostitute Theresa May, and prostitute Flora Shaw to commit mayhem, including France in Africa, and you think they are hero? You are worse than Boko Haram, you are worse than ISIS, you are worse than Hezbollah. This is the part you don't want to hear. Because the same thing your father did, if you ever support them, you are worse than Boko Haram. Now we know why most of you are not very fast to confront Nigerian terrorist state. Because you still think what your fathers did are correct. Yes, our DNA are not the same. Nobody's responsible for that but the Creator. If you doubt the power of the Creator, continue with what you are doing. Man has left black magic. The power of creation. They have moved to technology. They want to move from technology now. They want to go to another level. Trying to create self-aware machine. Biological advanced technology. Now they want to combine biology with mechanical, and they are not ready. Because all these viruses you have created have started mutating. But we are not saying anything because we are still studying all of you. You sit down one day, all you can think of is how you are going to bomb people that attack you. So you become world power. Hey, world power, we are hailing you. Hey, all the whole world power, we are hailing you, we are hailing you. Somebody cut me off on this social media. The eye will see that we make it bleed blood. Mazen Kanu knew this truth. He said, I have to go to London, where this evil started. I have to go to London, where this evil started. It's amazing that the people who started this evil have repented. All these small boys who are just learning how to rob and do picking pocket, they are the ones still carrying it in the head. German has gone back. Portugal has gone back. Of course, they are still stealing small. But France and Britain will die in Africa. And then you see, your fathers don't have the moral right standing to oppose us. Because anything we are doing here, start from the beginning and the end, is freedom for Biafra. So when I say go back to your root, we are not here to entertain anybody. Our language remains the same. Free Biafra from the prison called Nigeria. Nigeria is not a country. Nigeria is not a slave. It's not a nation. It is a prison. It is a prison. Portuguese came here. They saw what they don't have. They went back to Europe, organized everybody. They called themselves Europe. They came to invade Africa. When they were fighting, when Portugal were fighting Biafra, we thought it was only Portugal, not knowing that France followed through backyard door. Britain followed through front door. German followed through middle door. The other one came from underground. They rounded up Africa, divided it in Berlin Conference. They become conquerors of who? Your father or your mother. Today now, to divide the exploit of Africa, the loot you have in Africa, European Union is breaking down gradually, and you can't see what is coming. If Britain will become too greedy at this moment, don't you see your decision in Berlin conference have to be undone? Some people think we are here to entertain you. Now I know why our leader wake up one day and say, I only can't rename me herself. Let us push this nonsense out of this place and go back home. You think you are at home? Do you know how many people that were kidnapped in Anambra today? Do you know how many Fulani people we found today in Anambra? But we are following. Harold Wilson. His other name is Kwashoko is his other name. Tomorrow now they say there was one good man. His name is Harold Wilson. They now put master. Idiots everywhere. Imakwana ogele lanya n'enigwe dadio ebe ahụ nwe na chiachi o ewe mfuchuku n'edema eze onye nwe medema o ya hanyi jaja ge ma o maka n'eziokwu n'ebu so mma ịhụnanya na gị ubi ọma gị ujuru anyanya dadio inwe gị mgbanwe ọ dịghị onye dịka gị ịbụ Alpha na Omega anyị niile na-asị na dị mma o. Only fools in their heart will say there is no Chukwu Okike Abiama. Only fools. Of course, we must proceed. I will try to be as fast as I can so we can be able to complete this topic. We're still going on the same topic. Anyway, on this very segment, our topic remain, our theme remain back to your root. Our theme remain back to your root. And the topic we are going to go through this period is a very long series. I can assure you that the topic today is Art of Defilement, Part 2. The Art of Defilement, Part 2. And in many ways, I try to make us understand that when you begin to consider as powerful as our ancestors are, you people cannot see it as a black man. Have you noticed the world powers? None of them have history. What is the history of the Korean nation? What is the history of the European nation? What is the history of the American nation? Tell me any continent in the world and tell me their history. They don't have history. But let them discover a stone in Egypt. Archaeologists will spend thousands of years trying to uncover it. You go on social media now, you begin to hear about a monument. Yeah, oh, King Tepsis, King Tamope, King Moses, King Metume. Just single stone in Africa. Thousands of years, they cannot explain it. But they are giving you, they are the discoverer of everywhere. My ancestors have been living in River Niger, God knows where, 5,000 years before Britain was created. But all of a sudden, one idiot called Mongo Park landed in River Niger. According to one of my sisters, all of a sudden, boom, he discovered River Niger. Only million bar is discovered by one idiot. Only God knows where he come from. They call him Mongo Park. But people were living and eating there. And then all of a sudden, another idiot came. He discovered River Benue. They call them Landa brothers. Do they have history? But it's a hate speech. All this nonsense you people are doing, stop it. It's too obvious now. The Bible says in the end time, knowledge will increase. And because knowledge will increase, the love of many people will wax cold. And then iniquity will abound. You cannot beat a child and still tell the same child not to cry. Anybody who forbids us from doing what we are doing here, you are that evil that you beat a child and you are asking that child not to cry. I was watching a baby on the social media today, a dwarf baby who should be around 14 years, but he was looking like a 3 years. It's a European baby. And the boy was so bitter with life. The mother actually placed that video on social media. If anybody could help her, help this son. I was almost crying. The boy was saying, I need somebody to kill me. I want to kill these people or somebody should kill me. The mother was crying. May God bless the man who put that video on social media. This is who we are. I cried. This child didn't make himself dwarf. This child have to live with the pain all his life as a dwarf for a crime he know nothing about. The mothers cannot help the situation. And this child will have to go to school to be bullied by people who are younger than him because he's a dwarf by nation. And the mother is saying, please help me. But this child is very fortunate compared to the black child. Because this Oyibo child have a mother that loved and cared for him. This black child, I believe, have a father. This dwarf child is more fortunate than a black child. Go and look at the idiot called Fulani in Nigeria. They are teaching 3-year-old children to smoke Igbo. Reducing them to Alamajiri. Another idiot will tell you that Alamajiri is the pride of the North. Do you know what is Alamajiri? Total emasculation of the current or present generation to keep them as stupid as idiots they are that they cannot reason. Little wonder these people don't reason. The only thing they do is to carry a plate in the morning, enter the road even at the age of 30 years, singing Bambi Allah, give me Kobo, begging money. And we are here to help them see the light, but they don't understand. But if somebody who nature reconditioned will feel this pain and we cry for him, how will you look your father who have made us this way? Anytime you look at a black man, you call him chimpanzee. You are pig. Anytime you look at a black man because you are not a black man, you call that black man chimpanzee, you are the real pig. Because the last time I checked, according to the true evolution, black people migrated or their ancestor is chimpanzee. And we are happy jumping from one banana tree to another. We have not complained. We didn't come to your territory. But your own father are pig. Go and stay in your mud. But it's hate speech. I think you see the problem now. It is equivalent to, I am just here my own. My name is Biafra. Some people, some area boys came from London and said, no, you are not Biafra. You are Nigeria. I don't know the meaning of Nigeria. He said, no, you are Nigeria. And some people will sit down and say they are EU and AU. You divide Africa like this different useless name. And you want us to tell you you are hollow? If you want to know the hopelessness of a black man, go to the hollow chamber of the Nigerian, what do they call it? Is it National Assembly or Senate Assembly? All those are honorable. Where do they, what is the name of their office? Idiots everywhere. I don't know what is happening now, but we have to be seeing them anyway. The topic remains back to your root. And we are looking at the art of defilement. The art of defilement. Just some challenges, just some minutes. And when we talk about defilement, in the end of every creation, God gave immunity to both man physically as well as spiritual. God gave immunity. If you see all these Nigerian politicians, they walk away with their crime because they have immunity. But when they are defiled, the immunity loses its potential. That is when the Bible says, he who breaks the edge, the serpent will bite. The moment you break the edge of that immunity, the serpent will bite you. The moment you are defied, you have break the edge of your protection, the serpent must bite you. And so when we talk about the art of defilement, it doesn't matter how powerful you are. It doesn't matter how connected you are. It doesn't matter who you think you are. The moment you are defied, the serpent will bite you. That is why when we talk to anybody, we are not afraid, because we discover all of them have defiled themselves, and the real creator will not save them. Nigerians have defiled themselves in every way imaginable, and the serpent will bite them, except they repent. And so when these people attack our land, it was not easy for them. I come from Boji Abo. Boji is not Abo dialect. It's not Abo language. Boji is English language. It is not pronounced Boji by the European. It is boogie. So when they invaded Abo, Portuguese came. They could not cross Abo to Benin. They went back to Bonnet, to Calabar. And when other people like France and Britain landed in Calabar, they told Portuguese, what are you people doing here? You are supposed to be stealing. Portuguese said, we met some people called Abo, and they disarmed us. They said, that is serious. Let's go back. The Portuguese, the British, and the French, they came back to Abo. Because as of the time I'm telling you, almost all the land in Southeast and Southwest was porous for them to walk. These are histories you don't hear about, but we know. And when they got to Abo, they were disarmed. They went back. They replanned again. What they did was to man sandboard. Go and find out the children of those Ekumeku you talk about. The last place you may have the record is that you drop them along on the Igbo Binuzo. Go and find out where some of their children went to after they left Igbo Binuzo. You begin to appreciate why you have to go back to your root. What they did was to go around the Abo community, as you know, Rogodo today, and mount a sandboard, putting it boogie. Boogie mean dangerous forest where criminals hide. Somebody left Europe and come my community, call me criminal. So when Hausa Fulani or Yoruba is calling you terrorists, it didn't start today. If you are from Abo, go and ask your father. That is if you know. What is the meaning of Boji? B-O-G-I-B-O-G-R. It is boogie, in Igbo language, British language, and it means dangerous forest where criminal right. Defilement. Britain came, colonial terrorists came, put my community, dangerous forest where criminal hide. So Abo people are criminal. Thunder will fire all of you. And so if we take them that level of deception to conquer Abo, do you think they will conquer Warri like that? Do you think they will conquer Enugu like that? Do you think they will conquer River State like that? Although there was nothing like all this name I'm mentioning now. But they now studied the people. They now introduce the art of defilement. And the moment the people are defiled, the backing of the Creator gives way. We continue worshiping God here. Our leader said this is where we worship. Because we know that at the end of the day, everybody will give account to the Creator. Not America, not China, not India. Everybody will give account. That is why the world understands the implication of their action. Not against religion. Nobody. But certainly nobody entertain religion they do not have faith in. By this principle, once you break it, like I said, the serpent will bite you. I'm saying all these things because the art of defilement can come in different ways. If you look at that word, it's more related to religion. And they are going to tell you that the Bible says nothing defies a man. In New Testament, the Bible says that Jesus rather say that nothing defiles a man. What is outside a man does not defile a man. That it is what is inside a man that defile a man. But I want to make you understand that the Bible is written with such literature. What do they call it? Figure is written with such figures of speech. The Bible is a complete combination of literature, figures of speech, manifesting, being juxtaposed. Which grammar go use? If you are a literature student, the day you use the Bible to read literature, if your foundation is not firm, if your knowledge is not broadened, you will be confused. The highest amount of literature was concocted into the Bible. And so when he say, kill me, it's a figure of speech that is not telling you to kill a particular section of yourself. If I think it, how did you know my thought? How can you condemn me because of my thought I did not err? So you don't come here and tell me garbage that defilement starts from my is about my thought. No, it starts from my thought. Because if the thought is not properly guided, it will be manifested. That's all the introduction of the figure of speech. So when your pastor is telling you that your action does not defile you, they deceive you. You see a woman, you cherish her, you love her, you have thought about it. That is the beginning. And you approach that woman in an acceptable way, and you act on it, utter defilement. And the moment you do that, you are defiled. Now, when we talk about defilement, it's about your thought. Your thought bring about defilement. Your action can bring about defilement. Even your inaction can bring about defilement. Now, our fathers' ancestors did not take notice of all these things. These people came and defiled our land. And so the backing of God, the glory of God, the protection of God left them. And so every community fell. That time you are answering Europe, they are giving you law. You are answering America, they are giving you line to sign. What do you think they are doing? They are inculcating you to a level that if you break those laws, you will defile yourself. They will kill you and nothing will happen. Because you have defied yourself. Like I said, I won't explain it once because it's, but just be following it. Be picking what you can pick. Today we are going to look at two forms of defilement. We are going to look at, when you look at religion defilement, we are going to look at one, religious defilement and political defilement. Today, make no mistake about it as a Christian. When we come, we begin to say church. Some people take it to the extreme that it looks as if we are fighting Jesus. I think it's one of the things I learned from our deputy, Mazemefo. He said, when a particular pastor does something wrong, follow that pastor. You don't say all the churches. And I learned a great deal there. We are the Christian. Don't forget, I am Reverend George Onibe, ordained in Grace Evangel Mission, in the presence of over 20 bishops, among other men of God, Reverend and Right Reverend and Archbishop. I'm not fake. I served my church from a new convert to a discipleship class teacher, from a discipleship class teacher to member of the steering committee, from member of the steering committee to a deacon, from a deacon to a reverend, from a reverend to general overseer. If not IPOB, by now I will be bishop. Ago. We are not fake. I am saying it, all of them are listening to me. If you have any crime, any evil against me, come up with it. You catch me doing any evil, you know. Come up with it, even as some believer. That is why when we tell you IPOB, we are white and white. If your hand is not clean, you can be following us. You are not with us. So So when we say when we begin to talk about Christian now, some people are going to misdirect it. Oh, they are attacking Christian. Oh, but that is not what we want you to understand. I am not a Muslim. As I am now, I die. You put Quran in my body. I will wake up. When I wake up, I will cut off your head and die back again. How can you draw me back close to Islam? With the atrocity of Islam here in my own land, then you must be evil. So when I'm not talking about them, it doesn't make them better than pastor. If any pastor to heaven, go to hellfire, and then any Muslim collect 27 virgin, then we don't serve the same God. We don't serve the same creator. But I am an open advocate of Omenala, not the Now you get it. Omenala, I don't support an Ogomo. How many Ogomo know who the Ogomo is? But I am an open advocate of Omenala, not the Nala. Omenala or the Nala is not a religion. It is a way of life, the original way of life. Scholars will tell you that Christianity is not a religion, that it is a way of life. That is a statement of indulgence. The true way of life is Omenala and Ordinala. That is the true way of life. That is what I advocate. And not until the Europeans begin to continually celebrate Halloween. Their Halloween juju will not yield them any good or happiness. And not until Biafra begin to dance their own Igbo masquerade juju, it will not help you. Your masquerade juju is the same Oyibo Halloween juju. All of them are juju. It's just that when it's involved a black man, it becomes juju. Then when it involves Oyibo, it becomes Halloween. How do they defy religion? People. There are many ways religion have been defied. Today, the church is as weak as ever. Jesus said, those who believe in me, the work I do, they will do. Even greater work than this, they will do. Because I am going to my Father, and so I will send the Holy Ghost to them. If you are listening to me, you have seen miracle one-on-one now. Come out and tell me, and I will tell you why God did that miracle. If you know a neighbor who was crippled in wheelchair and one idiot healed him, please bring it to tell me on radio. Let's go define the moment certain things lose its position. Religion can be defined through the object of worship. Through the object of worship. You can define religion. In those days, a brother came to the church. He doesn't associate with anybody. And I'm observing him as the pastor. But his wife is very active. And one day we had a night vigil. And I was having a chat with him. He was like a pastor, they talk, they listen. And then the wife noticed it. And after a while, the wife said, Daddy, I won't see you. Although I want them not to call me daddy. Because I'm just 17 years. Don't call me daddy. I went to the woman. He said, see, my former church, my pastor took advantage of me to sleep with me. My husband caught us. He said, since that time, my husband don't trust pastor. But it's his love for God that makes him come to church. So he don't think you are different from all those people who wanted to sleep with me. And I went to the man. I said, I understand your feeling. And whatever you do, however you choose to behave, it's okay. But I think you should be able to trust people. Let them be the one that will fail you. So if you are a pastor sleeping with choir mistress and choir sister, all of you are going to church to look for boyfriend and girlfriend. That is defilement. Boko Haram will bomb all of you. And Jesus Christ will not say anything. Holy Ghost will not say anything. Because you are in the church to look for a job. You are in the church to do 419. You are in the church to look for husband and girlfriend and boyfriend. You are in the church to do bad thing. That is defilement. You are defiling the place of worship. Number two. Somebody will say, how does it help us? The church is supposed to be campaigning for this freedom. It's salvation IPOB is fighting for. The church has misplaced their priority. I can tell you the church has fought more against IPOB more than you can imagine, even though we are the pastors and the bishop. But the political pastor have fought us more than anything, including Pope, who is giving one man selling kidney in Nigeria. Pope is making him knight. Willie Obiano is part of the people killing Anambra people to sell kidney and liver. He's a knight now in Vatican City, Ndiara. This is defilement. So when you are in the church, oh Lord help us. Look at Gowon that killed over 3.5 million innocent women and children. He's now leading prayer. He refused to apologize to Biafrans. And he thinks God will forgive him. You first of all ask man to forgive you before you go to God. Love your neighbor first before you say you love God. Is it not in your Bible? How can you claim to love God? You cannot see where you hate your fellow human being. And so when Boko Haram are threatening you, everybody are shutting you up as a man of God who is supposed to speak with integrity. Are you not ashamed? Because you defile yourself. Assemblies of God who allow a murderer to be a pastor and stand in the pulpit, don't you know you have defied that pulpit? Go and read your Bible where you see the abomination of dissolution. Speaking by the prophet Samuel standing in the holy place. All of you run from that church. Ndiara. Politicians selling kidney. We come out and say, yes, praise the Lord is good. Do you know Rogers Okorocha can lead praise and worship? But he's a Muslim. I have watched him online leading praise and worship. The Lord I'm serving, you are so good. Oh, yes, you are so good. Rogers Okorocha, Imam. And some pastor will now come and say, praise the Lord is good. The Lord. Thunder will fire all of you. This is defilement. We gave our life to Christianity. We sow to Christianity. And now look at what you make us to reap. Corruption. We cannot reason any longer. You destroy a whole generation by crippling them more than the colonial masters themselves. The church can be defied by the object of command. The church used to issue command and order. You know, when I joined IPOB, everything they do here, I watch them. I just joined, no? I joined, that should be early 2014. And everything they do, that was when the policy of IPOB was always being advocated. They begin to say command and control, command and control. Those idiots who have defied themselves fought against command and control. Till tomorrow morning, they are still fighting against command and control. My own reserve, respect, and regard continually go to Mazi Obidi Obienu. Not because I totally agree with him, but like Mazi Uchemefo, he simply say, and he lived by it. It's as simple as ABCD. He lived by it. He was tested. He was tried. He was proven, I mean to say. He was suspended. His service suspension, and came back. Some idiot think if they suspend George Onibe, I will now cause problem. I want to be part of the solution, not the problem. When I make mistake, let the leadership deal with me precisely, justly. The church don't understand command any longer. If your general overseer quarrel you, you break out and open your own church. Some people are even looking for trouble so they can go and open their own branch. Where is the command? But let me tell you, you will end up like Radio Biafra International. Their radio is not working. Please come and broadcast. The moment the object of command is defied, there will be problem. Follow everything. When our leaders say, take your Bible and pen, people don't understand. If you notice, those of you who are hardcore, you notice that people who come on social media to ask for defense fund, their number have reduced. Because in those days they say, hey, where is the defense fund? The defense fund. Just simple test, all of them crushed like a back of card. 99.9% of people asking for defense fund did not pay defense fund. Today, they are not broadcasting and asking. There are people say, when are you going to see Obama? When are you going to go to White House? When are you going to go to heaven? And Jamaica have not been consulted, and Gabriel have, you are defied yourself already. The religion can be defined the moment the art of control is defined, object of control. Jesus said, I know my sheep, and my sheep know me. I call them by name, and they follow me. Are you a sheep? Are you a sheep? Some people are running parallel government with their pastor. You are running parallel government with their pastor. Do you know why they have a slave market in Badagry? Do you know the person in charge of the slave market in Badagry is the junior brother of the Oni of Ife? He betrayed his brother. So he was made the Oba Abi whatever of Badagry. He agreed to betray his brother. Let's not go there so that I will not digress. So the moment the object of worship, the object of command, then the object of control, which is not the same thing with command. When somebody commands you, they are not controlling you. When somebody gives you a command, they expect you to obey as far as it is working for the interest of everybody. That is why some people will command Nigerian soldiers, go and protect life. They are the one killing people. African Union and other organizations ask Nigerian soldiers, go to Liberia and help them keep peace. Do you know Nigerian army in the name of ECOMOG rape more Liberian people, rob more Liberian? Today now Liberia we think is Igbo man. It is Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani. It is one Nigerian people, saboteur. Go and check the record of Nigerian army that went in the name of ECOMOG to Liberia. They pretend to be under command, but they have no control. The moment the religion is like that, that is the end of it. Then we talk about obedience. They say obedience is better than sacrifice. Obedience is better than sacrifice. The moment that arm of obedience is not implemented, you are defied. Go and look at how God loved King Saul. King Saul was loved by God, was loved by the prophet Samuel, who was a huge man, very handsome man, very powerful man, qualified to be a king. If you don't know our leader is a handsome man, then you don't have eye. So when I see some and romancing, I don't blame you who know lie better thing. But our leader wife should not be jealous anyway. Our leader is a handsome man. I took one man to see our leader. And after like 5 minutes of discussing with our leader, he came out and meet me. I said, nah, Onyenduani the sharp. He couldn't hold it. Immediately our leader gave him orders. He came out and said, nah, Onyenduani the sharp. I now begin to suspect, are you sure this guy is not a gay? You went there to see leader. The only thing you are coming out is not the sharp. It's an all Obasanjo. You think he look like Obasanjo? Why am I saying this? God choose a perfect man, but it's not about the perfect of beauty. It is the perfection of obedience. Our leader may be our supreme leader. Our leader may be our holy leader, our undisputable leader, our authoritarian leader. But our leader does listen to people. He's a humble leader. He's obedient to the elders of Biafra land, except they are idiots. He treated them like one. Our leader said we will not vote, we will boycott election. Those you elders who consulted him and said, don't do this, we can handle this, they did not listen to you. We understand his culture, his tradition, to respect elders, so his days will be long. He obliged to all of you. Today you have defied yourself. If Biafra tarry the next election, we will shock all of you. I hope you understand what we are saying now. It's not about the church. I want to create a scenario to enable you see where we are coming from in order to appreciate where we are going to. Saul was rejected. Ordinary obedience. That is why there is a hymn we used to sing. The colonial master actually used all these things to confuse us. Trust and obey, for there is no other way to be happy in Jesus, but to trust and obey. Now the cross that will bear, now the pain that we go. That's it, Yana. Some of you are in IPOB, ordinary obedient. When I talk to you, say, I will share you lesson, I'm from Afari Beku. God will punish many people. God will punish many people. Then if you come from Afari Beku, what does that have to do with me? Do you know what is Afari Beku? Do you know what Afari Beku represents? Do you know anybody that is in Afari Beku or from Afari Beku that is not an IPOB, we go to hellfire? Do you know if you are a saboteur, you are enough from Afari Beku and you are not fighting to liberate Biafra? As you say that you are part of the religious leader. Yes, I am one of the most strongest set of it. I am a Sahundrin. I'm a Sadducees. I'm everything. You talk about circumcision. I was circumcised by Rome. I was circumcised by Jerusalem. I was circumcised by everybody. What are you going to tell me that we are not? So the next time you come telling a hardcore Biafra that is not from Afari Beku and he don't have a say, that one place is Ben 9, you are idiot, you don't have sense. Chukwu Okike Abiama will abandon you. Obedient. Our leader parents were buried peacefully. You think we are happy? Let me tell you, if you are Nigerian Army Police, anything we see, we are not happy with you people. Whenever we see you, we are not happy with you people. But our hands are tied by our leader. Simple act of commandment, we obey him. But the moment we begin to disobey our leader, we are defied. I don't care what will happen tomorrow. I want to know that if anything happens, let it be on the line of duty. Tomorrow I'm APC, tomorrow I'm PDP, then the next one I'm One Nigeria, the next one I'm Free Your Nation campaign group. And so if something happened to you in Free Your Nation campaign group, rebuild Nigerian campaign group, restructure Nigerian campaign group, and then you can, how many Joe, you idiot. You are defiling yourself. I hope somebody's getting what I'm saying anyway. The moment they initiate all this plan, the backing of God will leave you. I have said this thing before. I was in a camp war, and when I did not die in a camp war, already I know I will not die. I will not die, not in the hand of Nigeria. I was with David in Joko in the middle of a camp war. Bullet was raining everywhere. Nigerian moderate security joint outfit. We are shooting at everybody. The crowd was too much. Where can we run to? I don't even know a camp war very well. There was some guys with us, but all of them, their leg is private jet. Me and David, we don't have power. I hold David hold me. And we start running until we fall inside the one buru pit. Then for some minutes, the bullet stopped shooting. We came out from the buru pit. Also, we finally got to a safe end. We now took time to study ourselves, no bullet. But do you think we are running because we are coward? It is only a stupid man we use ordinary hand and go and fight who is carrying AK-47. We shall hold our own very soon, and we shall know who is who. And then when it comes to defiling of religion, they defile your action. Look at Nigerian Christian. With this current killing of church, we open door to more killing of Christians. This current trending killing of Christians, we open door to current killing of Christians. Maybe they discover bomb in Enugu church now that they have not been decimated already. Christians should get ready. They will bomb all of your church. All those mopo on Deeper Life Redeem will not save all of you. Because your people, your general overseer cannot take action. Kumuye came to take action. He didn't talk. Action speak louder than words. He didn't have action. Yes, we got to train the children of the disease to any level in university. The way you that going to university, do we have job? Gone are those days you deceive anybody that you are going to be trained. The one where go school then get job, are you an idiot? Why don't you come let us kill you so IPOB can train your children? Where are the days of Elijah? Where are the men, the days of John the Baptist? In the days of John the Baptist, men spoke up like Mazen and the Canon. In the days of Elijah, men fought like the volunteer. Didn't you get what you are saying? That in the days of Jesus Christ, men laid down their life for you to collect that tithe and offering. Don't you get that? So you are all defied. The pastor will come and start prophesying and saying utterances that God has given to him. The moment one man crack God or one idiot DSS of SCI, because they say, Pastor, yes, you are doing a good job, but that gospel this morning, comfortable with it, and you know what to do. You know, they say, yes, I understand. Bless you. Today, you see a pastor forbidding fire against the Nigerian terrorist state. The next day, he will tell you, then we're going to pray for the Lord. He's going to build Nigeria. No, Lord will build Nigeria. Lord Lugar, who built Nigeria, is rotten in hair and can never recover. No, Lord will come and build Nigeria again. And now, I hope you understand. And so, when we talk about religious defilement, the moment you do not have action, by the church. Today, Boko Haram know that when you are shouting Holy Ghost fire, you are deceiving yourself, not them. Because most of you are guided by Boko Haram security agency, defilement. That is why when they tell you, oh, we are going to do Operation Obunigwe, it is IPOB volunteer that can defend Biafra land for sure. No other idiot. All of you, they are setting up. You will fight us later. But in the end, you will understand we are not here to undermine anybody. We want absolute salvation of Biafran people. All of you, they call you Obunigwe, they call you Anambra volunteer, Delta State Security, Aparamuntus of Bayasa, Ukutumuntus of Ikwere land, Uchikemicheke of Aneke, Amakamima, Opekemike. All of you go and look for IPOB and join. Then where Kaduna department, all of you go and look for IPOB and join now. Go to the volunteer department and do the needful. These are defilements. We know all these criminals in Biafra land are going to recruit you. You are coming to fight IPOB. And one thing you can be rest assured of is we are ready for all of you. 100 times that you can imagine. Back to your root. I'm just telling you how they defy things. Because when the church misplaces their priority, the church will be overrun. Who will believe that there is no church in Moscow again? All the whole church in Ephesus. The first Bible school in the world is in Ephesus. The first disciple school in the world is in Ephesus. Paul hired a room in Ephesus. Paul lived in Ephesus. Paul taught in Ephesus. Paul died in Ephesus. Paul wrote more than half of the New Testament Bible. New Testament Bible, yes. Paul is the greatest scholar that has ever been known. Paul is one of the man or the only man in New Testament who claimed to have access with heaven. Paul was the man who actually laid the foundation of the church that could have the key. Paul was the man that broke barriers and boundaries. Paul is the Christian we preach in this new church. Paul is the Christian that when he stand with Romans, who concocted the Bible, they couldn't dismiss him, but they said to him, too much knowledge is destroying you. Go to that place Paul did exploit now. All Paul facility of church and Holy Ghost fire is now mosque, and they are doing laila, hilala, obakaramisi, hilala, defilement. If you defile our culture and tradition, if you defile our omena Allah and ordena Allah, these people will run on us. That is why we're calling on you back to your root. And then finally, another object of defilement is our conduct. I understand the moment somebody, oh, George Onyibe, oh, he's the African rep, oh, he's the Biafra Land National Coordinator, oh, he's a member of DOS. I understand this is a call to serve. I understand that I am in a very delicate position. It is not about what you call the glory, because I yet to see it anyway. As people say, how can he be calling himself supreme leader? Who is he making supreme leader? Can you carry what Mazen and carry in over a night and become human being? Arabage, you will run mad. That is Arabage, no, eh? It's an ainegweba. When I stay at times, I see frustration. Ordinary African rep. Oh, Georgie, do this. Oh, Georgie, do that. Oh, Georgie, do this. Oh, Georgie, do that. No, eh? My wife will look at me and say, General Overseer. He will laugh. We will just laugh. But I draw strength knowing that people like Ucheme, people like Mazen and the Kano, we are doing this thing where people don't even know what they are doing. Today, all of you know what IPOB represents, so you appreciate us. There were a time what they did was alien to us as a people. When Where are those people who are calling him? My name is Okenkwo, Abi Okoro, and I'm telling you, don't deceive us. Oh, I could. Some people will understand I have zero tolerance for stupidity on this platform when I'm on air. And each time I make some of these harsh decisions, I humble myself, I regret. I could only imagine our leader. And yes, I'm Okoro. I'm telling you, you are 419. Why are you in London? Why don't you come to Biafra land? Why are you? You think they have shut up? They are still talking. But all this talking make my leader thicker. And when I know my leader bows for no man, and then I should be thicker to be like him. And now you know. Our conduct speaks volume. Some of you, when you finish acting, they say, oh, wait till you see me in IPOB. Or wait in the IPOB see me buetua. You must show dignity. You must show honor. No element of defilement should come near us. This is where we worship. And of course, we cannot go into political defilement. Let's end in religious defilement because I have spent so much time here. It is better we learn just one thing than trying to present all of them. At the end of the day, we lose out. And so having said that, Biafrans, do not let anybody to deceive you. The moment you are defied at any stage, point in time, you lose spiritual backing. Your strength is not in the physical, but in the spirit. No soldier can pick a gun and move into the war front and come back except they are spiritually ready. Do you know that in the real military setting, you are not expected to tell your wife bye-bye when you are going to war front? You don't show weakness. You are going to a war front, you know you may never return. You pretend to your wife as if you are going to take palm wine. You think I come out and tell my children what Boko Haram and Fulani herdsmen and all idiot security agency in Nigeria are doing to IPOB? They will agree with it. But we smile in the face of danger. For in the end, man fear that which they don't know. And so when an American soldier is going to Vietnam to fight, they know they may not come back. If they come back, they may not come complete. Carry one thing in the heart of their heart. We will fight for America and we will die for America if need be. And so today, if you see us doing what we are doing, we have that faith, spiritual.
Waiting for our victory, we see you no more, mama. Your beloved ones are crying, seeking for your royal wisdom. We have it no more, mama. Afomorese, no running, no man. We Biafrans are saying, we all say goodbye. Afomorese, no running, no man. BMI are saying, we all say goodbye. Afomorese, no running, no man. We IPOB are saying, we all say goodbye. Mama, we love you. Mama, we miss you. After everything you've done, sudden death came and took you away. Mama, we are crying because we are missing you. Mama, where are you? I know that one day we shall meet again to depart no more. I don't know some love, Mama.
I am well to do, full of strength, with wisdom from Mama. Where do I go? Where shall I start to enter the promised land? Oh, Mama, we miss you. We miss you.
Eka Biafra, eka Frukondo, Sina Fukondeni. Oh, Edia Kuku, your pretty blue, Afuku Kongeni no. Oh, it's a canino, Sagasomo, Nini Yosomo, Kipane Sidobo, Nini Yosomo, Kikwesiremasi, Mama, oh, Sagasumo.
Nemle mama Odumule mama mbe Mama Olade bajele Abulado Mother of Biafra, we love you so much. Forever
you will be in our hearts. We love you, oh, Mama, oh, Mama, I wanna, Mama, Adai, Mama, Kule, Mama, Nene, Oyo, Mama, Nene, Oyo, so had to let it go. The woman of soft times, you are what we let. You lost a life, something that came for your people. You never gave up the struggle, try to push harder, but that's why you the peacemaker.
Yes, sir. Of course, at this moment, our lines are open. If you are a Biafran, you are yet to join IPOB. I will advise you to look for the nearest IPOB and join. We are not here to conquer anybody. Our life is just taken from us. We are here to get it back. Biafra was here before there was anything like British. We predate them over 5,000 years. We just want that as it was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. Look for the IPOB family closer and join. This is the best thing for any son of the soil to do. Only genuine Yoruba support to do the work cause. Only genuine Hausa support Hausa cause. Only genuine Fulani will kill you unnecessarily. Answer your father's name. For in the end, we are the sons of our father. Don't let anybody deceive you. They can talk down on us. That is their anointing. It is their cause. Let them be yapping. We will be doing what we are doing. Look for IPOB family. Send us your name, your location. Of course, there is this, my brother, who is me spread this message. Send your inquiry to this WhatsApp line, at least for now. And then I can assure you the nearest coordinator will contact you. The WhatsApp line is 070-815-45642. The WhatsApp line, I repeat again, is 070-815-45642. Our direct line is 081-221-52971. Our direct line, I repeat again, is 081-221-52971. And then the special number for the female is 081-288-58614, 081-288-58614. And at least at this moment, our lines are open and you are free to call in. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on the line, and that call drop, of course, that is Zoo Epileptic Network on Radio Biafra with qualities and power. Flesh and blood, wicked spirit in the heavenly places. All of them are complete. Are you there, caller on the line? Caller on the line, are you there? Yes, sir, we lose them, but I know this is not connection issue, but rather technical issue. Caller on the line, are you there?
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening, my brother. Your name and where are you calling from?
I am Gosawa Emmanuel. I'm calling from Aba.
Go ahead, please.
Please, we believe one good day God will deliver us from these wicked people. And when a member of IPOP, my zone is Aba Zone 1. I believe one good day God shall deliver us from these people. Keep it on. God will be with you.
Thank you very much.
Good night, sir.
Thank you very much, my brother. Our people must understand there is a way we do things. He gave us protection.
Actually.
We want to go back there. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Good evening from here, Agowai. Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
I'm making for the Johnny Messi and the burial that went unsuccessfully. I'm making a joke that now. Which ending Mexico? We are the hardcores. We told them that we are the incarnate of our forefathers. They did not give up. We ourselves, we promised them that Biafra must be restored in this our generation. Nothing more, nothing less. And nothing shall ever stop it. So, America has the biggest economy on the earth, not the biggest church. Germany has the biggest economy in Europe, not the biggest church. America has the largest factory on earth, not the biggest church. Rwanda has the cleanest city in Africa, not the biggest church. China has the highest number of billionaires, not the biggest church. China has the biggest airports in the world, not the biggest church. Dubai has the tallest building and the largest man-made island in the world, not the biggest church. The same Thailand and Nigeria. Nigeria has the biggest church in the world. It has the most corrupt politicians. It has the highest number of churches and pastors, liars. It has the most unable citizens. It has divided ethnic groups, the most inconsiderate at the same time. Nigeria is home to the biggest church, the world's most poorest citizens, and yet number 8 of the 20 wealthiest pastors on earth. Wealthiest pastors on earth now Nigeria. I don't know, are from the same Nigeria. Is anyone still wondering why we are as backward as people more than ever before? Then ask yourself why these countries with the biggest stuff don't have the biggest church. I stop here so far. Now, as it stands, our pastors.
Two epileptic network as always. Like I told us, we didn't have the time to explain all these things. We just look at one phase of this study. When we come and we are talking about churches, all those defilements that come into church that made church fall, they are manifesting in IPOB already. And if you don't want IPOB to be defiled, or you don't want Biafra in the future to be defiled, get our message. It's not about Yoruba pastor or 419 pastor. It is about the replicating of those characters into this place where we worship. Let me try and close this session so the message will not be missing. Let me tell you, some people will go and buy chair for our leader. They will write it, yes, this international group, Ego I, bought chair for Hamadike. They will put it in our house. You are a religious, you have defied yourself. You are just like church people. Go to Nigeria. Somebody will buy air condition and give to police station. The person will write, this air condition is given by Chief Okonkwo. Has Chief Okonkwo not start controlling that police station? That is defilement. If it's happening in IPOB, you are defied yourself, and that is why our leader say 100 men. I know how many people that contribute money to buy car for our leader. But one person came, and give him as in an Ekanu 2 cow, and all of you are happy. That is defilement. And I will sack cow already, and he's a pastor. And there are somebody in Jos, there is somebody in Nasarawa who collected money. The whole IPOB family not contributed money to buy car for our leader. Nobody heard their name. Somebody in Jos collected money to buy car for our leader. Somebody in Nasarawa collected money to buy car for our leader. They didn't give account. You are defiled yourself. Yes, we are the IPOB hardcore and IPOB international and IPOB omeganizer. You are defiling yourself, you will fall. There are certain things you don't do. If you do them, you are like a Yoruba pastor. That is what you want to. You think Yoruba pastors are my concern? Very soon, when they say praise the Lord, nobody will be in their church. Because we will not stop until our people know the truth. That the Yoruba don't worship in another man's church. And that the Yoruba pastors, all of them are Muslim. But I'm trying to tell you that those characters should not be replicated in Biafra land. So all those of you doing something, you want us to know you are doing it. You are making mistake. As George Onibe is broadcasting, if you know how much to buy data in a month, there are men and women paying for it. It is not proper for your name to be mentioned. But I can tell you that when the time will come, everything you have done, your names will be on the list of endless generation, for we shall tell the story of how we overcome. If I tell you what I spent to run this radio, not my tenkobo, men and women stand aside and they sponsor it. They sponsor every other platform. Do you know what it means to anchor the TV? How many is our leader going to call? And some people are angry. They didn't call our name. I have many publications. If I publish it, all of you will be ashamed. Yes, we are contributing money to pay for our leader transport. We the social club of IPOB, we are buying plane. We the international this, we are doing this. We the Ododomoko of Gidiga. You are nobody. We are IPOB and we are Mazen and the Kano. Any other person that one of our brother was in that forum and asked them, this thing is not healthy. Who is doing this thing? The next thing I hear, all the idiots start existing. I was just looking at them. You are defied. The day you do that, you are defied. Forget about who is sending you. You are defied our leader. You have defied everybody. You have defied the dead, and you have defied yourself. That we come on social media. Yes, this group, we have come to buy cow. Do you know how many of our people are languishing in prison? Let me in again. When I was arrested by the DSS, I stayed there just about 2 months. That 2 months, hungry would have killed my family. I still say it. No IPOB gave my family 10 kobo. No IPOB visited my family. When they heard I was going to be released, some women collected bitter leaf and go and give my wife bitter leaf. My wife don't know how to make ofonubu. So is she going to chop bitter leaf? Is she a goat? But IPOB did help me. I will never mention the name of that woman. The son is a member of my unit. In fact, my unit actually contributed money. Gave to one idiot who was eating it from behind. But they are listening to me anyway. But this boy called his mother. He was doing his NYSC and said, don't let that man family to suffer. And the woman was, my wife told me, it was the woman was taking carton of Indomie, gare, and everything and taking to my family. You will not hear their name. I'm saying it using myself as an example. Men and women who are spending money. Let me digress a little bit. I heard something, I don't know how true it is. Do you know the highest single donor of any principal officer in IPOB is Mazio Bide? But you will not hear it, but let me say it. Do you know people have sacrificed their life? That is why some people come here and begin to mention some name. We are BSS, we are BBQ, we are WQC. We don't know any fucking name. What we know is volunteer. If you are not with the volunteer, get out. This is how the church defile themselves. We cannot defile ourselves. Learn from how the church are defiling themselves and don't defile Biafra land. Today you will see all the whole motor in Port Harcourt. Half of the motor, police motor in Port Harcourt and army motor in Port Harcourt is donated by Dangote. And you are telling me Dangote trailer will kill your people. And then they will arrest Dangote motor. 40% of all the vehicle that Nigerian police use is given by Dangote. Who is Dangote? He's the manager of all the oil that is stolen from Biafra land. And then you want Nigerian police to arrest Fulani man. Dangote brothers. Defilement. I can go on and on and on, but we will not live here. Do not drag this matter to the church. The church will suffer for what they have done. Jesus has abandoned them. Jesus is no longer in Nigeria. Satan himself have run out of Nigeria. Because liar Muhammad can lie more than Satan and all the commissioner. What is he doing here? Umenala and Ordinala is what we come here to tell you. What I come to tell you, not any other thing you are putting on. Yes, with the Umenala group, we have given our leader cow. That is defilement. Jesus said, when you do good thing, don't let your left hand know what your right hand is giving. Did you not read it? We know all of you politicians. The earlier you do the right thing, the better. We are not here to teach you. Why were they there in the first place? Where is Okudili generated the leadership of new IPOB? Do not aid and abet this evil. Don't help them to defile our. You that is dividing IPOB, calling all these names, who ordained you? I told you by the beginning of the broadcast that I insulted somebody today. And when I discovered the errors of my way, I apologize. And I did it online. Most of you don't know. What we are telling you is, don't let your activity defile IPOB. Some of you will print card. Your continental rep is not aware. The day we will open record for you, you will see how hopeless you are. But what we are saying is we are not against you or against anybody. We want to tell you to be whiter than white. It's not a slogan. In those days, we used to hear Anyadi Atoase. Where are those days? It's not just about the church. It is that you are bringing the character of the church inside IPOB. Stop it. And when you do that, it will promote or continue in Biafra. I will still look into this matter in our next study, but open your eye. Understand the art of defilement. What happened in that forum that day shocked me. A whole continental rep, when a rep in charge of your jurisdiction is correcting you, you are exiting forum and removing him from the forum. Don't let me talk to you. That thing you think you are doing, people are doing it 100 times over. People are doing it 100 times. That is why some of you are in media. You spend more of your energy attacking principal officer instead of fighting against Fulani and Boko Haram. Don't let me tell you something, so. Failing yourself, because you will die. That is why when I talk to you, I first find out if you have not been to Aruchuku, I don't have time for you. I talk to you anyhow. When you go to Aruchuku and come back, I begin to reconsider whether you are a human being or not. Because we cannot allow ourselves to be defied. We cannot fight this enemy. Somebody wrote to me and said, sir, this thing is... Respond to the person. I called the person, he didn't pick because I wanted to cure your sickness. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in imprisonment. Did you think his men back down in 27 years? We do not know the time Biafra will come, but we assure Nigeria that if Biafra come 100 years, they will not enjoy themselves. Nigeria will not enjoy themselves. It is a promise. We have not started though. As I'm talking to you now, I now turn off this radio and I hear broadcast, oh, Biafra is free. Me, I will run. Because most of you don't even know what the nation will fight for represent. Everybody, don't be like the church. Do not be like the Nigerian church. That is my message. Be like your ancestors. I'll pick one or two calls and close this segment. Like I told you, we will still come back there. Some of you are correcting anybody, but your coordinator is a small boy. You can't obey him. I have had many reports. You know, we are lawyers. We are learned in the ara. And the guy is not exposed. He can't be our coordinator. This is the same problem the church have. Go and check every church in Nigeria. The senior pastor and the assistant pastor are never in good terms. It is difficult. If you see any assistant pastor who is working simultaneously, cooperatively with the senior pastor, that assistant pastor must go to heaven. Because everybody wants to be relevant. General overseer want to chop everything and abandon everybody. Junior overseer want to show he's relevant. We will not do that in Biafra land, not in IPOB. I don't know how to be able to draw this for you to see. Today the church is divided more than ever. Yoruba can pastor, winners, and redeem and all of them. If you kill winners man now, redeem is going to rejoice that it's not their denomination. Because you are business to them. It will not happen in IPOB. In those days, in one of my zone, there is a boy, I've forgotten his name, if I remember, I say it. This boy was busy mounting flag everywhere. Everywhere, he has anointing to mount flag on the high tension. People start condemning him, on Anwibo, on Anwibo, on Anwibo. If Roger Sokorocha can Anwibo and be governor of Imo State, why can't one of IPOB member Anwibo and go and tie Biafra philosopher? Sometimes you begin to wonder, some of them are even adding Ogomo to their name. Because of back to your root now. Go and look at most of your pastors' name. They are adding Ogomo now. Doctor, professor, Ogomo, reverend, evangelist, pastor, teacher, philosopher. Ha! When we expose this evil of these people, understand they are not our concern. You are our concern. We cannot afford to make the same mistake they made. That is why we must be better than them. And I hope those who understand what I'm saying understand. Of course, you are free to petition me. I will still face the petition and I will. So not our leader come or other the head of DOS come and say, yes, we know this hardcore, we know this ego eye, we know this atarantara. All of you collecting money on Facebook that have not come on air to announce it, you are 419. Some people come on air and say, yes, we are contributing money for transmitter, meet this coordinator. You are authentic. But this other group, you don't see them. They go backyard. They know the house of every principal officer. All of you stop that thing. That is how the church was defiled. Let me tell you what your action will do. Defilement you don't see. Many people today, many Biafrans today are millionaires. They run across the globe. I have assessed all of them, majority of them. And when you say, sir, why don't you support IPOB? They say, my brother, you know, we believe in what you people are doing. But this is how we gave money to Wazurike. And when these people begin to call million, they go to Wazurike. If I begin to mention it, some of you will go and kill him in that place he's hiding. But we are kind. That is not what we are here to do. These people gave everything they worked for to Wazurike. And today, what did the Wazurike do? Wazurike is the president of Biafra. We have Biafra University, Biafra plate number, Biafra ID card, Biafra international passport, Biafra police, Biafran defense guard, Biafran army, Biafran soldier. All you Wazurike, where are they? And you know all these people who supported the Wazurike. When we talk about you, you will not survive. Begin to prepare for me. Because if I run on the offense, you will not survive. Stand in Vatican and tell us benedictions to us in Sakula. Don't bring defilement into this family. But of course you cannot. If you continue that way, you will die on the road. You will stop the genuine Biafrans once in a while. But they will rise after it. They will rise after it. Why I'm saying this is that Fulani now have their own group, WhatsApp group. And you innocent one, you can't join IPOB openly. We have told you, contact us here. We will redirect you how to join IPOB underground. Somebody said something here. He said you can join from bottom, you can join from on top, you can join from sideways. Just go and join. We understand some of you have been defiled already. You can't come out openly to join IPOB because you are under oath to protect the zoo, to serve the zoo. And if you go against that oath, it will come for you because it become perjury in English, and you will pay for it. God will not back you. But there is a way you defend the honor of your father and your mother than that of the assignment or alliance you have with the foreigners unknown to you. You were compelled to be there. We cure you, but you are there. You can't support IPOB. You don't like our pattern, and you are contributing money, collecting money, sharing back account. We have all your bank accounts. We know all your house. We know who you are. For me to say this thing tonight is that we want to be interested in your case. Stop dividing IPOB like Jesus' church. Jesus said, the gate of hell cannot prevail against my church. That word stand forever and ever. The gate of British government and Nigerian cannot stand against IPOB. Our leaders say, you don't know. Those of you who are clamoring to destroy IPOB, it will take you 500 years to discover where our pillar is. And another 1,500 years to even shake us. That shaking will not wake us from sleep. We are not here to joke. Nobody is our enemy. But all of us are suspects. The same way in the church. Go to wedding now. Because they have all been defiled. During wedding, nobody keeps drink and walk away. Because general overseer poison general overseer. Pastor poison pastor. Because they've all been defiled. I'm not talking about them. Every of these act of defilement we will do. I want us to begin to check how it affects us as a people. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? And of course, we are inching closer to the end of this program. Caller on the line. Monitoring spirit. Hit the nail on the head, my brother.
Because that's what it is. Biafra is all over for the people in the state. Go and join IPOB with your sincere heart. Our leader said to Biafra we are looking Biafra will not come. And we must be able to pray because we are Biafra. If you don't do that, any moment from now, the nature is about to change. And everybody on this planet Earth, we know that the land of Biafra belongs to people of Biafra. And he has sent our leaders to save us, which I myself am among God.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much because of time. Thank you very much. Oh, he Biafra. And of course, we've rounded up almost on this segment. Can you hear me? Caller on the line. Caller on the line. Yes, you have 2 minutes. Hello. Go ahead. You have 2 minutes.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, all Biafra. And my able leader, Nnamdi Kanu, Onye Chin, Onye Eziokwu. Pastor George Oniba, thank God for this night. God is great, and you are teaching always. Go back to your roots, and tonight also. My dear, my prayer is that those people that are defying IPOB, they are defying themselves. Even anywhere they see that.
Of course, we do not have time. Do not bring defilement here. Our fathers neglected this minor thing. Indirectly, they defile the land through the religious sector. Obebunu is collecting bribe from Oyibo man, and they think our ancestors will answer to him. Don't you understand what you are saying? Collecting gold and ram. Some people think we are stupid. You know who is Obebulu? Dibia is going to collect cow and ram from Oyibo man, and it's our religious leader. The same way our pastors are going to collect money in Aso Rock. The same way you manage to know the address of our leader. All of you who buy something now, put your name there. Go and tell me what is speaking there. Do you know that the people who and block the gate and say Nigeria army, you will not enter our leader's house? Do you know with
reason not to say you want to IPOB before the more as you calculate the reason, that's more reason they still say you be that IPOB matter. Now be the more reason why they still say many hardcore Biafra, they not now only IPOB they believe on. But I want you this opportunity to tell everybody you are fighting for Biafra and you know fully well that it's only in sincerity, with clean heart, now we want to get Biafra. You know the cause of the problem where it's going there for that zoo. Then are the atrocity, they are evil and they are wickedness, and they're there for that place. Una go say una love or Madike, una go say una love Biafra strong, una love IPOB. Una go to do a manner of simazi. Everybody not get group. Now so I'm going to see myself.
Now what's up then? All of a sudden, holy Biafran group. Holy Biafran group. The next thing is this is account. Let's buy radio. Let's buy. But the point is that these people are enjoying heaven here in IPOB. But today there are people using satellite to monitor me. Oh, they are dashing George Onibe money. Oh, George Onibe has collected a laptop. It's amazing. And before our very eyes, idiots are there ravaging us. You think your people are not supporting the struggle, but there are idiots like Yoruba Church collecting 10% from every corner. Are you a 419?
Yeah, that's what they are.
Because we cannot condone evil. One man is our leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. More John Joe, more than Mao, or Nnamdi Kaigesu. And all of you who have been paid, you are hiding on the ground. You think you are growing. After you come out, one of my brother, he said, "Ebeberi go bury. In case he be able to acquire. Ebeberi go bury. In case he be able to acquire." You are here to use us to make money? It didn't start with Yoruba Church. Dibia, Ubwebulu, all of them sold us out to the invaders. We will not give that privilege to any of you. You can't be there ignorantly. Pull back. You are Yoruba Church. Use your tongue and count your teeth. If they will not allow us to manage our 3 plot of land, is it heaven they will let you go? Let me stop there. We will continue from where I stopped. I am not worthy to unlace his sander. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not the voice crying in the wilderness. He's the one who has come to save us. Ojukwu may have been the voice crying in the wilderness, but this is another era. Do not make any mistake about it. We want pure Biafra. We want absolute Biafra. We want holy Biafra. We want pure Biafra. And only holy man can give us this Biafra. Oh, in 1 week. Goodbye. Be back in no time.
Another Savior.
Holy, 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 another Savior.
Another Savior.
Holy, holy.
Special dedication to the gallant heroes of the Nigerian Biafra War and IPO families all over the world. I remember the Nigerian Biafra War in the thickness of the Biafra genocide. Hey, one man revived the vanishing hope to life. Let the great Biafran army to fight, and they were singing out, holy, 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 Olumewojuku is another Savior. They were singing out, holy, 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 Olumewojuku is another Savior. Holy, 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 Olumewojuku is another Savior. Many years after the genocide, whoa, yet another great leader has risen up now. Oh, and he's leading the Biafrans to victory. Yamadika, Yadwika, Kopanam, no, hey, Alamekele, Masuche, Mefa. It's an honor having you on board. When I'm singing, holy, 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 Nandekana is another Savior. Holy, 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 Nandekana is another Savior. Holy, 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 Nandekana is another Savior. Holy, 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 is another Savior. Holy, 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 Nandekana is another Savior.
Oh mama, what amazing departure without saying goodbye. The whole world have gathered, waiting for our victory. We see you no more, mama. Your beloved ones are crying, seeking for your royal wisdom. We have it no more, mama. Afomorese, no running. We Biafrans are saying, we all say goodbye. Afomorese, no running. BMI are saying, we all say goodbye. Afomorese, no running. We IPOB are saying, we all say goodbye. Mama, we love you. Mama, we miss you. After everything you've done, sudden death came and took you away. Mama, we are crying because we are missing you. Mama, where are you? I know that one day we shall meet again to depart no more. I don't boson of the Lord, mama.
I am well to do, full of strength, with wisdom from Mama. Where do I go? Where shall I start to enter the promised land? Oh, Mama, we miss you. We miss you.
Eka Biafra, Eka Frugondo, Sina Fokondeni. Oh, Edia Kuku, Yapere
mama Odumurile mama gumbe mama mama I want them all I be the bajele ya lulano Mother of Biafra, we love you so much forever you will be in our hearts we love you mama mama I want them mama adai mama kule mama nene oyo ne mama nene oyo ne
yeah mama so hard to let it go the woman of substance you are what emulating you lost a life something the pain for your people you never gave up the struggle try and push harder but that's why you the peacemaker the lover of freedom I Bobby said with you and all the lovers of freedom is here today to pay the last respect for you to rest in peace we never forget the smiles on your face through the tribulations facing the trouble but you are suffering and you never mind BMI coming out today to give you last respect cause you deserve the best
mama nene oyo ne mama nene oyo ne
Lolo ugese sali meme our role model we model who go weza chalugo ne Biafra we love you a woman full of wisdom and understanding that we never reach the end of our children but great the ultimate sacrifice with her life
buru mama nyi ugeze nwanyi ọma ọnwa emerole oke tara zama akpatụla m iwe ọ bụ gịnị gba mere ọnwụwo ọnwụli diwashio ọnwụ kara obi bụ ụlọlọ ị ga-akakwa obiri abụmọnụ maka ibuje nke ka mma onye mụrụ ọmụmụ ekwe ka ọnwụọrọ ha gwa ma afọ mụrụ eze buru anya mmiri la mmụọ alili nwa mma berebe kele obi ji gbuo ya akwa alili n'anya mmiri berebe anyị chetara
afọ mụrụ eze ezigbo mama ọbụ ebe gị na-akwa ọmasị m na ndị kanụ ebezila Prince Maka n'obi ebezikwala kwariri na Come
This is my message to the world from my broken soul. We keep walking down the road. They killed our mothers, fathers, and our sons. We are light, we are the lights of the world. We come from the land of the
some of you good night, depending on your time zone. And of course, this is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Radio Biafra London. Radio Biafra London is the voice that is speaking. And to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. And of course, this is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming to Radio Biafra London. Radio Biafra London is the voice that is speaking. Man has advanced judically, technologically, or biologically. Men have advanced.
I know you are wondering, what is Juju Kali? Juju is Juju, whether it's Oyibo technology, all of them are Juju. All of them are Juju. Technology or biology, they are all Juju. And so because they advance, in their heart they say there is no God. They don't believe there is God. You will be amazed, you two Homo sapiens are sitting. And one will say, God is faithful. The other one say, I know no God. I don't blame them. Because somebody came up and concocted name and give you. How are you sure they are not concocting name and giving to the Creator? That is why we call him Chukwu Okike Abiama. We will continue to acknowledge him. We know we didn't fall from the sky. I am certainly not a product of evolution. For my Bible tells me that I am fearfully and wonderfully made. My Bible tells me that before I was formed in my mother's womb, he knew me. He called me by my name. He placed me in my mother's matana. You call it placenta. He didn't inform my father, neither did he tell my mother. David said, for every of my member was written in your book. Everything about you is recorded in your DNA. That is your member. David knew about the DNA without going to Harvard University in China, without going to Toronto University in Makurdi. He knew about DNA. He didn't call it DNA. You call it DNA, but he called it the book of God. And so do not be surprised when we come acknowledging him, because we feel he's present every moment. We understand his ways are not the way of man. Nobody can deceive us any longer with who he is, because we know him. Amaram no nyengwem nonso. Amaram no garapu me. Amaram no nyengwem de do. Elu agamana chianyi nefe de so. Asem amaram no di agbanwe. Chimo amamna. Iga agbapụta anyị o dadi o, amamna onye nwe nọrọ anyị o, elu aga mara o na Chineke anyị dọ. Edi agbanwe Chineke, edi agbanwe. The Yorubas on social media have started their work because they want you to think they are the one taking you to heaven. They are not. They are not. Every wrong they have written about us, we will rewrite it as a people. I have been antagonized by some of the people who think they own social media because they are telling me, let your God reconnect you back. But see, he's going to reconnect me back now. Or you shut the satellite down. Shut the whole system down. I'll be back in a minute. Let me prove them wrong and worship Chukwu Okike Abiama. As always.
Today is a sunny day. Today is a freedom day. Biafrans, we gonna be stronger. Fight our oppressors like a lion. Time has come. Let's take our destiny in our hands. We're not gonna let the oppressors win, cause we will fight them till the end. Chukwu Okike Abiama is on our side. We're gonna be much stronger. So say no to the oppressors. Say no to the slavery. Let's break these chains now. Say no to this bondage. Fellow freedom fighters. Say no to this bondage. Let's go. We are going to fight oppressors. Let's go. The king is on our side. Let's go. We are going to fight oppressors. Let's go. The king is on our side. I was born in this world as a female. Tell me reason I will live in bondage. Stand up, let's fight for our right now. Biafra is alright. Looking at there's so many sorrows. We must fight for tomorrow. Cause I put your mess out the good picture. We must defeat our oppressors. So now let's fight with ability. In unison, let's fight. We must crush the oppressors. Now we are like a tree planted in the ocean. Still need more water. Fatherland, Biafra, land of the rising sun. Biafra, my home, my fatherland. We are children of the Most High, called by the name of God, the Creator. Wise men from the east, south, and the middle, great African people. We're taking it to idol worship and we lost the face of our God. And as we wallowed in idol worship, the British entered in, trading on the Niger, exploiting their people, trading by barter. You give me palm oil and take soup, so them entered in. We fought so hard against them systems, fighting against them schisms. We fought so hard against them systems, fighting against them schisms. But our lives have gone poor. At the very spot we left our maker. Now is the time. From Father Isaac, descendants of Jacob. Biafra is a reality. My originality.
Why are you people lying? Why don't you tell them they want an independent Biafra? Oh, they're fighting for their freedom. So we owe everything to Chukwuka Biama who asked us to come. Not by our own might, nor power, nor will, but by the grace of the Most High.
Back in 1914, amalgamation, colonial masters, criminal masters, a mercenary soldier named Frederick Lugar brought together all them captives, including Jah people, them Yorubas and them Ariwas, and so many other people called us Nigeria, Niger area. Oh, Nigeria, people with different religion, different beliefs, yeah, different in culture and tradition, different language, different in everything, overstanding on the reason, first to go this together, hidden plant of confusion, describe it as oil and the water that can never mix. Planted the cabals, them representatives here in Nigeria, looting all our treasure. joyous, colonious external marginalization of the Biafras. Now is the time for manifestation. Now is the time to be restored. Great Biafra be restored. I want freedom for my people. Freedom for Biafra. Ayoy, Biafra. Land of the rising sun. Biafra. My home, my fatherland. My fatherland. Land of the rising sun. Land of the rising sun. My home, my father. My originality. Land of the rising sun. Oh, sweet home, my fatherland. I believe in Biafra.
Yes, we believe in Chukwuki Kabiama. That is why we believe in Biafra. You know, I was talking about the creator. But the enemy of Biafra inside our platform is the one doing all these things. The Zugabite is not the one responsible for hiking most of our page. Let me enlighten you a little bit. Zugabite may own Facebook, but it does not control the computer. It does not control the satellite. It does not control the hardware or the software. It just has a fraction of it. Zugabite has people who help him manage Facebook Australia, Facebook America, Facebook Arabia, Facebook Indonesia, Facebook Malaysia, Facebook in the zoo called Nigeria is managed by Yoruba. Yoruba cannot enter Facebook Biafra or Facebook Igbo, except there is an Igbo man or Biafra man who is helping them to come to us. But I want to tell the person, I know you. I am waiting for you to repent. Your job in the last 4 days, I'm monitoring you. I have to start with it because you will be exposed. What we do to our enemy is to study them. We get your house address, know who you sleep with, know your girlfriend, know your boyfriend, know where you eat, know your house number, know your matana and patana. This is what we are doing to Nigeria. So that when that thing will stop, you will not run. Repent. Repent, for the kingdom of Chukwuki Kabiama is at hand. All our people who sold us to Nigeria did not survive it. Do you think we will be the one to survive it? We can call Zugabite. We call him because he chose to accept fake money to shut the voice of freedom. But we know who all of you are. We know who you are. But you will understand we are patient men and women. Did you see our leader saying anything? They just kill the mother and walk away. He's not saying anything. He's just a patient man. Go and read James Hadley Chase. One of his books that said the vulture is a patient bird. Maybe you begin to understand. In IPOB, we understand. We wrestle against flesh and blood. As a Christian, you believe you do not wrestle against flesh and blood. That is why a fellow Christian poisons a fellow Christian. We don't wrestle against flesh and blood. That is why Judas betrayed Jesus. You don't wrestle against flesh and blood. That is why your pastors ride private jet and you are hungry, you can't pay for one room. You cannot go to the church they build themselves with your hard-earned money. But here in IPOB, we understand we wrestle against flesh and blood. We wrestle against principality and power. We wrestle against wicked spirit in the heavenly places. We wrestle against British government and colonial terrorists. We wrestle against local terrorists in Nigeria. We wrestle against saboteur. The enemies are many, but we are plentiful. That makes us even. We are not going anywhere. This is Radio Biafra Extra. Radio Biafra Extra is being anchored by Deputy Leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra. His name is Mazi Ukafomefo. Mazi Ukafomefo is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State. Anambra State is Biafra land. Mazi Ukafomefo understand that corruption, the disease imported from London
into Nigeria, will destroy anything that have in contact with Nigeria. So he made a vow and say, I will never let corruption to enter Nigeria. As far as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu take a move to defend Biafra, the corruption in Nigeria, I will never allow it to enter inside Biafra. And he's standing in a deputizing capacity on behalf of our supreme leader. His name is Mazi Nnamdi. Listen to one man that one day and I laugh. He said, calling you a gentleman is a way to deceive you and enslave you properly as a black man. And the man said that in the 70s, every meeting you go to, men will scatter the meeting. For Oyibo to properly coordinate them, lock their brain very well. So when they come to meeting again, they want to introduce themselves. The moment men want to start wahala, Oyibo will now call them gentlemen, gentlemen, gentlemen. They don't call you hear ladies and gentlemen. And it makes sense. They know that the real men will scatter evil platform. Oyibo concocted and call you gentleman. You are not a gentleman. The moment you agree you are a gentleman, they will bamboozle you and fool you. That is why they are telling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, be a gentleman, be a gentleman. Fela knew this truth. I not be gentleman. Gentleman is another way to make you become a toothless bulldog. We are not gentlemen. We are not get them. What's the committee? They say ladies and gentlemen, because they know the women will not raise trouble. Women are coordinated all the time. After all, they are not in the place to make decision. But you that as a man, to make you an idiot that you are, they call you gentleman. If you want to know how it works, come out somewhere and rake people. When they can't control you, they call you gentleman. But if they can control you, they slap you and mob you. It is an every picking pocket, then they beat. So next time somebody start calling you gentleman, don't think you are a gentleman. Focus on the matter that is very important there. When you get issue with somebody, you are trying to prove your point to them. Then when somebody will come and say, gentleman is okay, gentleman is okay. Notice your tempo come down. You become calm. Because all of a sudden, you will think that you are a gentleman. That is illusion. This is where they are calling you, this your one Nigeria. Any idiot come and give you camera to interview you and say, yes, how do you see this our one Nigeria? Rebuke the person and tell him I'm not a Nigeria. Every lie they came with will disappear. At the moment they tell, how do you see this our Nigeria? They know you are not a Nigeria. But the moment you accept that falsehood, you become who they say you are. That is why Nigerians can't reason. That is why an idiot we had in our platform and be deleting my video. And you think when I'm calling you Yoruba, I'm not saying you idiot. I want to know you properly before I will bring your Yoruba relative in the Ara. Did I send you to go and marry Hausa or open your leg for Hausa? Why will you kill us for Hausa and Yoruba? Have we not shed enough blood? In the Ara, you will make your problem worse. The more you delay us here, the more you think you are frustrating us, all of you will make your problem worse. You people will not enjoy it. Look at Nigeria, how hopeless and shameless they have become. The moment you say you are in Nigeria, the baby in the womb, if you hear Nigeria, some of them don't want to come back. Did you not notice in Nigeria now that more than every woman delivering go through CSE, they go through operation? Go and check record of women on antenatal in Nigeria now. 90% of them born through operation. Because those babies, the moment they hear the location they are coming out from, they don't want to come out. You are kidnapping them into Nigeria. And I know they shame. But we are telling you what has evidence. Before our mothers gave birth, like the Hebrew women. I keep telling you, my mother have 11 children, 10 boy, 1 girl. None of us reach hospital. Now road to them born all of us. And of course, in my own case, Black Maria carried me to the hospital. The same thing is applicable to my wife because we know the truth. If my wife just call me, I don't see water. If I delay 1 hour, of course, I have not been able to meet up. So he said that my children is born in my car or they are born, in fact, in my car, one bus stop or the other. We don't have to push. But the evil in Nigeria has made things so bad now that all of you are born through operation. So when you are pregnant, don't let them call Nigeria. If they ask you where do you come from, don't talk. The nurse say Nigeria, shake your head. Because as a pregnant woman in Nigeria, to show you how bad Nigeria is, if you just use your mouth and say, I'm in Nigeria, you will be born with operation. I'm just giving you an expo. If you are a pregnant woman now in Nigeria, you are listening to me. If you are pregnant, you go to the hospital, nurse or doctor ask you, nationality. Just shake your head. Then the doctor or the nurse will say, are you a Nigerian? Still shake your head. Because the moment you say, I'm a Nigerian, that baby in your womb have heard, that baby will not come down. That is how bad it is. Mazu Chuka Fomefo is standing on the deputizing capacity on behalf of our spirit leader, which is Mazen Nandekano, who is the king of Afari Beku. Afari Beku is in Umuahia. Umuahia is in Abia State. Abia State is Biafra land. And he's the only man that commands the loyalty of Biafran people. He's the only man. Nobody. Whether he's bad. If he come in and George, go I will always question his authority because I have to remind him that there is no light in Nigeria. So when I hug transformer, I cannot kill me. He will only dirty my cloth. And if his intention is for me to dirty my cloth, then I go ahead and do it. Don't you get what you are saying here? And then when you call, yes, gentleman, George Onibe, you are a gentleman. Who told you I'm a gentleman? You know, no saying I will never see problem. They pray with English. Go and look at young girls now in the church. When they are praying, you see how lovely God is. All those girls who are still 13 years, 14 years, 17 years, they call them sweet, how do they call it? Is it sweet cocoa butter or sweet 16 or be sweet 17? Go watch their prayer. You hear songs like, Lord, you are more precious than silver. Lord, you are more costly than gold. Lord, you are more beautiful than one. There is nothing I desire compared to you. The pastor will not say, you give him the praise. He begins to say, oh, darling, oh, my loving, oh, my holy, oh, my. That is because you have not seen problem. But go and check a woman at the age of 40 with her husband. So that you know that you think we can come here and tell Lord you are beautiful and you are holy? At the age of 40, we are not married and you want us to be praying that kind of prayer? And then we should go and join the Catholic and become a nun or a mon. You want to know how aggressive a woman can be. After 45 years, no husband. Go and see them pray. You will suffer as a man. You begin to hear every evil husband, every homosexual man, every spiritual husband. Who told you there is spiritual husband? And when he sing, waiting you hear in another war song. Holy Ghost, fire, fire, follow me. Holy Ghost, fire. If Holy Ghost fire you, we will burn your wig. Now, person will never see problem, they pray with English. Now, when you don't know what they talk for Nigeria, now they come here, come talk civilized. Look at how all our politicians bamboozled and beaten to stupor because they want to be politically correct. People are dying every day and they come and sit down and cross leg and speak English. Who English pay? Let Biafra go. Our demand is simple. Oh. Let Biafra go. Have we asked for you? Have we asked for anything? Let us go now. Don't worry. I am George Onibe. I am from Abo. Abo is in Delta State. Delta State is Biafra land. I will acknowledge the Creator. I repeat, there is no God anywhere but God in heaven. Somebody made the earth. He gave you brain. But you are a demon. You don't want to hear about God. Cut it. The same way most of you hate the Creator. That is how you hate Biafra. But that will be what will destroy you. That will be what will destroy you. Because you cannot wrestle with the Creator. Who can wrestle with the Lord? Who can wrestle with the Lord? Who can wrestle with the Lord? I say nobody. Tamono urigife ibalafa Tamono urigife ibalafa ibalafa liwe ibalafa Atamono boma bariye Atamono boma bariye Atamono boma bariye iye onye jamonu atamono boma bariye anyanja huzoe atamono boma bariye atamono boma bariye iye anyị na-aja gị mma o n'ihi na ị mara mma ịhụnanya anyị na gị obiọma gị o juru anya dadị o inwe gị mgbanwe ọ dịghị onye dị ka gị ịbụ Alfa na Omega anyị niile na-asị na ịdị mma o ise. Since they have not cut us off, let us continue. But the next generation of Biafra who will listen to this audio after we are long gone understand that our enemies were numerous. But as free men, we choose to fight them. Without wasting much of our time, we will go to our topic this evening on this segment, which is simply titled Situation Report. Situation Report. I will try and say as fast as I can be. Situation Report. That is our topic this evening. Situation reports are designed to convey the details of a particular event. When we talk about situation report, it is actually designed, a process that is designed to convey details of particular events, such as government report of natural disaster or coverage of major corporate convention, a well-crafted situation report that can be benefit to your company or to your country by giving management and staff the necessary information that is necessary to make them or to be able to make important decisions. Considering the situation we find ourselves in the zoo called Nigeria today, it is important that we'll give ourselves this situation report, as it will do us a whole lot of good. Even though I understand that many of us may not be able to comprehend this information, but it is important that we have situation report. So if we cannot change our situation and circumstance, we should be able to prepare to improvise when necessary. And so tonight I will try and see how fast I can be to give situation report to certain areas, avenue, department, as the case may be. And on the line of areas I want to give situation report tonight is number one, situation report about Nigeria. Our problem started in Nigeria, and our problem will end in Nigeria. Remember, we are talking about situation report. Nigerian can never get better. There is no miracle. There is no amount of prayer. If you like, ask Nigerian to move into Japan and bring Japan to stay in America. Japan will go bankrupt in 24 hours. If you like, bring America now to take over Nigeria with all the natural resources there. In fact, let America even control the resources in America. I tell you, America will bankrupt in 24 hours. You won't understand. It is not because they have lost their method of advancement, civilization in terms of technology, juju, or biological advancement, economically and otherwise. No. Because Nigerian land have been desecrated. Nigeria has killed the innocent. Nigeria has killed the guilt. Nigeria has murdered those who are asleep. Nigeria has committed unpardonable sin. Don't let anybody deceive you. I'm giving you situation report about Nigeria. Nigerians leaders are armed robbers. But there are two classes of armed robber. You have dignified armed robber and hopeless armed robber. Olise Metu now have been charged for stealing, is it $400 million or naira? And we are going to say, yes, it's good for him. Olise Metu is a thief. But he has to be exposed because he's a common thief. Is it thief or theft? He's a Biafran. When you are a Biafran, you are following one Nigerian people to steal money. You are a common thief. Yes, but he's a thief. EFCC and ICPC, they're after him. Britain, London is going to find him guilty and will be extradized and they are mechanized and bacchanized. They are common thief because they are Biafran. Aji Sakali is a criminal. He had to die in Ajegule prison or Kirikiri prison. It's a common theft. If I make mistake for English, correct me. Is it theft or thief? I was taught in school that it's thief. As I come out for school, I see say when Oyibo steal oye, when they catch Oyibo, they call Oyibo oye theft. But when Niger Delta boy steal oye, they call him oye thief. So anyone you want to choose, they are not the same. Oye thief and oye theft are not the same. When you hear oye theft, no, it's from Britain. It could be Shell, Chevron, Saipem, any. They are the oil theft. That is how we write it in Nigeria. The moment they write oil thief, no, it's Igbo man or Bayelsa man or Akwa Ibom man. They are. And so we know what we are telling you. We're talking about dignified armed robbers and common theft. I mean thief. Oh, Iboli is a thief. Iboli is yes, he's a common thief because he's a Biafra. But the dignified thieves, they call their name with respect. Go and look at the people who are returning Abacha loot. They don't call it Abacha thief or Abacha theft. When they call loot, you would think it's another name for holy men. Yes, the government has actually agreed to extradite some of the Abacha loot back to Nigeria. Situation and protocol are being put in place to make sure the money is extradited successfully. You think they are dashing us money? This is returning the money somebody wrote, but it's a dignified thief. I'm giving you situation report of Nigeria. Obasanjo let Buhari have 8 cows when he became president of Nigeria. Today now, people are fighting. How can he give us account? How can he tell us about declare his asset? Because it's a dignified theft. It's not a thief. Buhari is not a thief. Kwankwaso is not a thief. Obasanjo is not a thief. Babangida is not a thief. They are theft because they still in line with the British government condition. When you look at Nigeria, native doctors, Ogomo, Babalawo are better than all the pastors. Because Nigeria have changed them. When you look at the Afar and the Imam, these people are demented idiots. I'm giving you situation report. You look at all the Nigerian government. They don't have money to build second Niger bridge. They don't have money to tie the road in Biafra land. But they are building mosques for us. There is money to build mosques, putting in disco light. Because they know who you are. If they build that kind of mosque, they build in Uju Eleba and Idiroku and Idi Araba. You will not go there. So they are now building mosques. Your governors are now building mosques for you, putting disco light. But empowering you with a shovel. This is situation report of Nigeria. Situation report here in Nigeria is that Fulani herdsmen are now kidnapping us now, like chicken. When they see you as a Biafran man along the road, they just pick you up, throw inside one Dangote train. Before you will resist or do anything, may God help you that they don't catch you. Because they just waste you. And what can we do? You cannot do anything because you can't call police. You call police, they say, don't worry, we will take care of situation. Everything is under control. They just wait for you to go. If you don't even leave on time, they will chase you. They will say, what are you doing now? Yes, you have made your report. Move away from here. This is situation of report in Nigeria. That when a policeman hold you, the women police will be raping you. The men police will be torturing you. Go and look at what they did to Chima in Port Harcourt. There is a policewoman who is among the people who tortured Chima to death. The people who were there said that woman was telling Chima, I will rape you. Let me put it in my own language because I cannot say it in English. You won't understand it. Too much grammar. Onya police ahụ ragwa Chima no kan rakpa akpa mo. Please, if you don't understand it, I can't help you. Look for a man to tell you. A Nigerian policeman, I'm giving you a Nigerian situation report. A Nigerian police that is supposed to protect life is threatening a young man. He said, I will rape you till I will bust your brocos. And they did it to that boy. An idiot now I say we will settle it out of court. All the people others have done. You can talk to them, they can listen. I'm not talking about French. French only come to support motion in Nigeria. French is not stealing anything here. They have their own percentage anyway. They also have influence in Tuta. French also is a Tuta. So they even eating in Nigeria. So Francophone and Englandphone, the youth, advise your government and your people now. That's your tide road. That's your advanced juju or technology. Everything you think you people owe, it is our property that is being stolen. You came to steal manpower. You repented. You came back, you stole palm oil. You repented. You stole cocoa and granite. You repented. You are stealing oil. Please repent now. Advise your parents now. The fight is not between we and Hausa Yoruba now. Your parents are the problem now. Situation report is that British and France are the major problem in Africa. They control 90% problem in Africa. But we are talking to Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani, and other idiots, saboteur, because they are the one aiding and abetting your people. You people should stand up and condemn your government. Land is actually reducing. And said their liver because they are idiots. They don't have sense. This is situation report for British government. They never have any good agenda for you. And so when you hear them saying Britain is now trying to create more ties with the Nigerian economy, and you believe that fallacy, you believe that lie from the pit of hell, you believe the people who refuse to honor the amalgamation document that was signed with little children as small as 3 months old, the same amalgamation document that have expired 100 years ago. The same people who are running away from European Union just to keep the loot and the bounty, the spoil of war alone to themselves. You think again. The situation report, let me leave them there because of time. But of course, when our line is open, give us more situation report from the British government. Situation report from Oduduwa. Yes, the Oduduwa nation must work very hard to make sure that Fulani herdsmen of our land and ravage us. We have to form Omotekun. We have to stand by Omotekun. We must defend our land. If you see any Fulani with AK-47, they must be apprehended and they must be killed. They must. Omotekun must continue. There is no two ways about that. It must be implemented into the law. Yoruba must defend their land. We must continue collecting 10%. Igbo must suffer on our hand. If FFK and Ayo Adebanjo let them be doing themselves. We, the Tinubu group, we must kill Igbo people. We must collect oil in Bayelsa. We must pretend as if we don't know what is happening. We must continue going. But yes, the issue of one Nigeria, we must not call for division of one Nigeria. If Nigeria like, let it divide. If you don't like, let it not divide. That is the situation report from Oduduwa. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu risk everything. He didn't pretend like he should worry. Yoruba. Of them bend mouth. Then how can you bend mouth? We want you to look at this is situation report from Yoruba land. Of course, when our land is open, give us situation report there. You people better hold Nigeria well, because the time we will give you one Nigeria, all of just watching all of you exhibiting your stupidity, you don't know what is coming for you. It's situation report. You are free to call and contradict or counterbalance and tell me, yes, a friend Yoruba, then your friend Hausa, thunder will fire you. Except those people they kill an animal and cow. Then you come and tell me that I will listen to you. Can't your in-law warn all those their idiot relative? Are we petting in Nayangodo here? Is there any Igbo man that is finding it funny on this platform who is an idiot? Make we tell ourselves the truth. They have not spared any one of us. You can say you are Niger Delta Niger. You have suffered more than an Igbo man, but you can't see it. That is situation report from Yoruba land. Situation report from Arewa. I don't even know who is Arewa now. Arewa, is it Fulani? Arewa, is it Middle Belt? Arewa, is it Hausa? But let me present the situation report in 3 form. According to situation report from Arewa, the Hausa extraction of Arewa have accepted to accept their level of stupidity and their idiocy to become a willing tools for Hausa and kill all their king, for Fulani, and then they can be hiding under the umbrella of Lamido, Kwankwaso, and others. We cannot fight Hausa, and we cannot fight Fulani. What do? The Igbo may not save us. Hausa, we will fight side by side with you. Our leader said so. Rise up and stop Fulani from killing all of you. We will go. With or without any of you, we will go. We will spoil Nigeria. We will destroy Nigeria. Because Nigeria is evil. You people will suffer that time. Hausa Fulani don't like you. They have killed all your king and installed their emir, even down to Yoruba land in Kwara. And you think they love you more than they tell you we hate you? Hausa, we don't hate you, but when you are hopeless, we tell you are hopeless. They say that they are proud of Alamajiri because they can control you. They are publishing the whole Nigeria so they can control us. We have learned how to live without depending on Naira or Kobo. Eleken Tioba say, men of these days has learned how to shoot without missing. We have learned how to fly without perching. Hausa learn how to fly without perching. Don't you get it?